Don't touch Carl's salami. I'm right back. Dann lassen wir es mal weitergehen. La 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 la.
Thank you for waiting.
It's okay. We actually used the time to help Dainslift get a room at the hotel.
That's very considerate of you. Now, I trust you share my curiosity. We spoke at some length after the meeting. He was the one who suggested I should invite you to join this operation. He feels confident that these secrets will be safe with you.
Dane has a lot of faith in us, that's for sure.
Likewise. I appreciate that you got right on board without interrogating me about why I invited you. It shows that you trust me to explain everything in due course.
That's because we know what you're capable of. We appreciate you too, Nefer. You might have been forced to help in the beginning, but this time, it was your choice.
That's one way to put it. Another is this, that once a decision's been made, it's set in stone. After that, my only goal is to see it through. Alright, so here's how it is. I'm going to access Rarir's thoughts again using my confidential method. Now, I'm sure you've seen things like this before on your travels, so you're surely well aware of how dangerous it can be. The reason I've gathered you all here is to ensure my safety during the proceedings. I plan for us to enter the fragment of his consciousness together, and once inside, I will focus on searching for information. Think of this as a diving expedition into someone's brain. If I'm the once the ceremony begins, we will all be spying on privileged information. Lastly,
Well, good luck, everyone. Sounds like all Paimon can do is...
There's a little more to it than that. I was being serious when I said you have a job to do. While the rest of us are inside Rarir's mind, it's imperative that we have a team member on the outside. In the event that something goes wrong, you will be our first responder.
I second that. This is a dangerous operation here, and you're our whole rescue team. That's pretty much the most important job in the crew.
Ich würde die gute Dame smashen.
So, Paimon's like the lifeguard? Yeah, that makes sense. All right, got it.
Good. Please, take a seat. Look.
So, did Mr. Dainsliff tell you anything else?
He told me that he believes Rarier kept some big secrets in his life. He's not sure that they were the cause of his eventual downfall.
But surely you're not planning to go through with this, no matter the cost.
If you think that, you'd be overestimating me. I'm a businesswoman, not a mercenary. But I do have my own professional reasons for taking this job. You think I'd turn down the opportunity to get a first-hand glimpse into Conrian history? No.
Well, as...
You're such a killjoy.
All right.
All set over here, too.
Promise, Paimon, you'll be extra careful.
All right. Let your whole body relax. We're about to begin. Close your eyes. Phew. Could this be his office? Pretty standard setup. According to Dainsliff, Rarier used to be an intelligence operative. Is this where you keep your secrets, Rarier? He looks even gloomier than last time. I wonder what's changed.
Today's files are in. Time to wade through them, just like usual. Male, 51. Occupation, cook. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has maintained frequent contact with other descendants over the past year. Poses a threat to the dynasty. Neutralized. This one should be archived under purged targets.
Fuck isn't this?
Female, 23. Occupation, office clerk. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has maintained frequent contact with other descendants over the past year. Poses a threat to the dynasty. Neutralized. Another one for purged target. Sounds like she was that other man's daughter. Never mind. Male, 40. Occupation, teacher. Confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has been observed making contact with other descendants during the past year. Neutralized on... Just another nobody for the archive. Come to think of it, I remember surveilling this man. A case like his never would have been considered a priority. Female, 16. Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has been observed making contact with other descendants during the past year. Poses a threat to the dynasty. Neutralized on...
16. Oh, ey.
Filed. I have no recollection of this girl. Female, 13.
13.
Occupation, none. Orphan and confirmed Crimson Moon descendant. Has been observed making contact with other descendants during the past year. Poses a threat to the dynasty. Neutralized on... Filed. Male, 11. Occupation, none. Neutralized. Male.
It's funny, isn't it? Your job is becoming both harder and easier at the same time, depending on how you look at it. Sooner or later, the Crimson Moon descendants will be completely wiped out. But as their numbers dwindle, they become harder and harder to track down.
That's not how it is.
Fortunately, however, most of the able-bodied adults have already been taken care of. The remaining weaklings will be increasingly easy to deal with.
No! No. My job is to ensure the survival of the Eclipse Dynasty. And the only way to do that is by eliminating any and all potential threats. It's a perfectly legitimate line of work. Every single one of my colleagues can attest to my fairness. And if my friends were aware of the facts, I know they'd back me up too. Assuming, of course, that they were aware of all the facts.
Das ist eigentlich schon... Das ist eigentlich schon ein bisschen... Puh, sehr heftig. So denkt.
Mr. Vedifalnir, it's been quite some time since we last met.
Revier, I trust you're here because you have something important to discuss.
Forgive me. I wasn't tuning out, it's just, I noticed you didn't even phrase that as... Tell me, does someone in your position ever feel the need to ask?
It is indeed within my power to foresee certain things. Things like your arrival.
I was just thinking. It won't be long before I'll be inviting both you and Dane.
That isn't a lie, but nor is it a fact as such. It's a wish, isn't it?
No fooling a prophet, is there?
Ever since that day we met for drinks, I knew it was only a matter of time before you came looking for me.
Does it feel good?
I'm afraid the notions of good and bad fail to capture the complexity of what such a power entails. Once you've seen what will come to pass, it can be all too easy to succumb to... You fear my silence, and long to hear the words I left unspoken that day. The burden of prophecy was never meant for your shoulder.
So who exactly do you deem worthy to hear your prophecy?
Or rather, our king as he once was.
You're closer to his
You say that as though it is to my benefit. Yet precisely because of that, I dare not speak rashly.
You are so...
You make a fair... Let me offer you some advice. And I say this not as a prophet or a visionary, but simply as the brother of your friend. For many reasons, there is very little chance of your marriage ending in happiness.
Hold on. There's that same black fog again. Could this memory belong to Thelindis?
Wait. Hear me out. This time we finally got a clear look at his face and learned his true identity. His name is Rayrir, and he claims to be one of the king's guards.
What did you say?
A cruel irony, isn't it? The man you're set to marry leads a double life as a brutal executioner.
Why are you telling me all of this now?
Simple. It's because I want you to kill him. You are the only person he would never suspect.
No, absolutely not. I would...
So you'll just stand by and watch him slaughter us to the last?
The blood of the Crimson Moon? What does that matter now? The dynasty has long been dead and gone. You think that alone is reason enough for me to throw away everything I have?
Why wouldn't it be? You two were once a child of the Crimson Moon, just like me. Don't tell me you've never felt so much as a flicker of fury for the way we were trampled and...
As long as you promise to abandon this pipe dream of restoring your dynasty.
Persuade the Vinster King? Do you even know why he's so obsessed with hunting us down? Why he keeps trying to force us to hand over our secrets? The Vinster King. A blind fool. His eyes clouded by powers from beyond this world. If you can't bring yourself to do it, so be it. Just you watch.
The Rayrir of Solnari. That really is quite a secret you've been... But who am I to talk? Am I really any better? Love should be built on honesty. Is it really so wrong to hide things that would only make life harder? Vedifulnir must have known all this. And that's why he made his prophecy. In the end. But I won't just sit by and watch this disaster unfold. I'll do everything in my power to protect what I cannot afford to lose. No matter who I have to face.
Huh? Was that Rayrir who just walked past the window? Doesn't it give you the chills that he still takes the same road to work every day? As if nothing ever happened.
Those people at the deli.
Enough already. They're clearly pretty taken by their own disguises, so just smile and play along. Pull the rug from under beasts like that, and you'll risk having your throat torn out. Deli. Oh. They're talking about those people from the opposition. Right. I'd almost forgotten they used to run a deli.
But surely you can see he's not the man he pretends to be. So many have died already, and we're not going to survive this, are we? But, Thelindis, are you even listening?
Sorry, Freether. My mind was off. I heard you, though. He's just following the king's orders. He's a secret agent, and it's his job to...
By the time you first met him, he'd already taken lives. Maybe...
No. Rayrir has no idea I have anything to do with the Crimson Moon. My family are only distant relatives of the main lineage, and besides, my eyes are perfectly ordinary. Truth be told, apart from my teacher, pretty much...
But as Orlog said, who could possibly talk sense into that raving lunatic of a king?
I'll work something out. Trust me, I'm with you. Don't forget that Rayrir is an Eclipse operative. You need to be extra careful when he's around. And when I am too. For now, don't come looking for me.
If even you can't escape this, what hope do the rest of us have? But after all this time together, surely he wouldn't lay a hand on you.
I won't speak in his defense.
nor can I give you a clear answer to that question. But I'll do everything I can to put an end to this. Here, hold on to this. If an opportunity to escape presents itself, take it. You'll be glad you took some spare change.
You call that change? But what about you?
I've got a job, and there's still money coming in. But you can't go anywhere right now. Please think about yourself for once.
Ja. Okay. Das sollte dann schon klären. Das will dann wahrscheinlich schon sein.
Another day, another round of assassination training. Training ground is just beyond this hidden passageway.
When you kill a person, doesn't it bother you when you end up covered in their blood?
Why would it? Aren't we all just walking blood bags?
But not everyone is accustomed to hunting down others like prey. Even a hunter for...
Make sure you have a firm grip on the handle. Then choose your angle well. Keep your movements light and brisk. And the prey won't sense a thing.
I doubt that. I'll bet no one's ever died a quiet death at your hands.
I work clean. No traces.
That doesn't make it open and above board, though. The king just happens to need you right now. What if someday he doesn't?
That won't happen.
He's changed. Ever since he fell under the spell of that power. In the beginning, he only had you take out a handful of the guilty. But now...
The ones I've dealt with have always been guilty. And I've carried out my work flawlessly.
It all adds up. No more lies.
You know why Felinda's accept your proposal, don't you? Was it because she didn't trust you? Or something else?
Enough!
Delindis, do you still remember
Orlog.
the boy who was pretending to sell flowers? You spoke for quite a while, didn't you?
Yes, what about him?
He was arrested 2 days ago. I just don't get it! After everything he... Or does it mean
No, that's not...
I need to go now. If you ever need a place to hide.
Author, Thelindis. Over the course of this week, the research object was subjected to interference for a total of 47 hours for experimental purposes. All subjects of observation that were sent inside have now... The situation within is proving more problematic than anticipated. No progress whatsoever. What now? Won't you give me even a glimmer of hope? Things are getting worse by the day. I have to find... But I... If all this research comes to nothing, what then? Sooner or later, it'll be my neck on the line. But could he really bring himself to kill me? No. Surely he wouldn't have the heart.
Okay.
Why won't you just let us go? We don't even know each other. All we want is to live ordinary, peaceful lives.
You want to live?
Yes. I just want to go on living. Is that really such an unforgivable crime?
You want to go on living. I want to keep living too. To keep living forever. That's why I have no choice but to continue on the path I'm on. If only some savior would suddenly swoop down and change the way the world is. Too bad that's not going to happen. Imagine that. If there really were such a person, you and I wouldn't be standing here like this, would we? Today's files are in. Time to wade through them just like usual. No, I don't get tired of it. It's my job. And not only am I lucky to have it, I'm good at it too. Thalindis? No. No! Why? But you bear no mark of the Crimson Moon. How could you possibly have anything to do with them? It cannot be! A diluted bloodline. Carefully concealed. I see it now. You've been living in the shadows just like what a fool I've been. Numbing myself with talk of justice. Even imagining my friends would back me up. Irminsul. Finster King! How far are you going to take this? From the direct bloodline to secondary offshoots? Today it's the descendants of the Crimson Moon. Who will it be tomorrow? Will you not rest until everyone down here is dead? No. This cannot go on. This is where it ends.
Ja.
You're really letting me go?
I am. As long as you can guarantee that no one will find you.
Don't worry, I'll be extra careful. But what about you? If you let me go, you won't be able to complete your mission.
Good point. In that case, maybe you should...
No, please! I just want to see the outside world again.
Go on living?
Yes.
If I let you leave, what will become of me? Just kidding. Go. But remember, don't let anyone know you were caught.
Even shadows in the dark must live by a code. But you can't save everyone.
You've been whispering in my ear for days now, Vedifilnir. What are you trying to do?
I only say this because you long for an answer to your problems. Let her go, Rerir, or you risk losing everything.
I will not abandon Thelindis.
Then you'll need a little more vigilance and a lot more power. The world is changing, Rerir. Keep your eyes peeled for your moment of opportunity.
That voice used to be so unclear. But now I know exactly. He won't tell me how to act. Tell me then! What will this moment of opportunity... And... no answer.
So, the Eclipse dynasty was purging, well, massacring the descendants of the Crimson Moon. And it seems like it was all connected to the Vinster King. The king's obsession with abyssal power left the future of Conria hanging in the balance. And it looks like this Thelindis, Rerir's would-be fiancée, herself belonged to a sub-branch of the Crimson Moon dynasty's It almost defies belief that a couple like them could hide the truth from each other. And why does Vedderfanir, Daneslif's older brother, keep talking in Rerir's head? This guy kept more secrets than I. The human mind is like a vast desert of shifting sands. When you follow the flow of someone's memories, you only ever see the parts they're willing to let surface. Time for something a bit more creative. We've been inside Rerir's mind this whole time, building up a picture. There's already enough clues on the board to start reading between the lines and mapping out the rest. Now, we can finally begin to put the pieces together. Sure, it'll only be a reconstruction, part simulation, part reasoning. Once we've built up a cognitive profile, we just need to cross-check the logic behind his actions. And then we'll be able to take a sneak peek at whatever it is that Rerir has really been hiding.
Hiyo.
Rerir, are you there?
Hiyo. Okay, bin gleich wieder da.
Hey, Rerir! Come out, it's urgent!
Dane? What's wrong?
Quick, come with me. I'll explain everything once we've met up with the others.
Okay. I'll come. But the Lindis is still over at the Universitas. I'll need to leave her a note.
All right then, but make it quick.
I've never seen Dane so worked up before. Whenever this...
Schützen. Und 2, 3, 4, 5. Das sieht ganz aus. Ja. Schwierig. Okay.
Well, this is a nice change, meeting you all at this hour. When men and women of ambition can speak face to face in broad daylight, I say that's a big step forward for our dear Conria.
Don't be ridiculous. We do not fear the day. Why would we seek refuge in the night?
You might ask your blade that same question. I'm told it prefers the cover of darkness. The word on the street is that Sertologi only strikes when he has an unfair advantage. But that is patently false. I see you're missing an arm and a leg. Surely only a fair fight could explain that.
If this is your way of offering me replacement limbs, believe me, I'll take them.
Oh, we can certainly discuss that. With bioalchemy, anything is possible. Assuming I have your full support in my research.
Lunatic. Roptatir, what brings you here?
Why, Dainsleif, of course. He invited me. Please, cast aside your apprehensions, Miss Rhindaughter. Whatever the rumors may say, I am but a humble servant of the king, and I can assure you he affords me no greater convenience than he does you.
Well, the Universitas Magistrorum won't stop fawning over you, so at least some of the rumors must be true. You're clearly doing well for yourself, so drop the humble servant act. It endears you to no one. You're president of the Universitas Magistrorum, the chief royal mage known as the Wise by royal appointment. and by far the most favored among the 4 pillars of Conria. Vice President Veidt doesn't even try to hide his envy when he sees you.
My success is the product of hard work and good luck. It's as simple as that. Were the king not such an extremist, I hardly think I would have received a senior post at my age. Of course, no job is without its gripes. Serving a king like ours can be a challenging task, as I'm sure you can imagine. And as for Efterveit, in missing out on the presidency, he's dodged a mountain of stress. Like everything else in life, it comes with pros and cons.
You're all here. I apologize for the short notice, but it was an emergency.
You must be Rerir.
Mr. Sertologi. Yes, I handled your case file during your sentencing. Nothing personal, of course. I'm pleasantly surprised that you remember me.
You're clearly a person of substance if you've been invited here. But Dainsleif, you'd better have a very good reason for convening this little gathering.
It's my brother, Vedalfenir. After he spoke at the court this morning, the king was so infuriated by his words that he had him blinded in both eyes and thrown in prison.
Vedalfenir in prison? Strange. I thought the king trusted him and Heroptatyr more than anyone else in the world. Does this mean the king's circle of trust just got even smaller?
It has nothing to do with trust. It's about what the king wants, which is as clear as day to anyone paying attention. I simply appease him, because it's in the best interests of the Universitas Magistrorum.
And also because you're slimy. Vedalfenir, perhaps less so. But still, a visionless visionary? It rather inclines me to think that qualifications are not what get you ahead in Conria.
Do you honestly think this is an important discussion to be having right now?
Dane, what are you planning to do?
Rescue Vedalfenir, I assume.
Correct. It will mean storming the palace by force. Tonight. I need all of you on my side.
That's far too dangerous. And don't forget, Dainsleif, you're captain of the Royal Guard. You swore an oath to the throne.
Hmm? You've been planning this for a while, haven't you?
I have no desire to commit treason. But whatever critique the king may have of Vedalfenir, disfiguring your most loyal subject for putting the best interests of his court and nation first, this is not the conduct of a wise ruler. My blade will force the king to see the error of his ways.
So, Vedalfenir's prophecy enraged the king. I'm sure it wasn't what he wanted to hear, but if he won't take counsel even from the visionary, that is deeply troubling news. The extent of His Majesty's madness is now all too clear. You have noble ambitions, Dane, but I'm afraid they don't do much for a guy like me.
A letter of pardon? For whom? Thelindis? The chances of the Vinster King issuing a pardon for anyone connected to the Crimson Moon seem vanishingly slim.
Hi-oh.
This black fog over the board must have some connection to Thelindis. But another mystery I'll need to unravel. Author Thelindis. Over the course of this week, the research object was subjected to interference for a total of 60 hours for experimental purposes. The results are as follows.
60 Stunden.
Research dating back to the Crimson Moon Dynasty has However, there are a number of hurdles to overcome before we can answer the question of where it leads to. To start with, opening the gateway requires a specific power source, which the relevant literature indicates. An enormous amount of power is then required to keep the gate open. Currently, the total... To make matters worse, I am now the only staff member remaining in the Moon Marrow Lab, the Universitas Magistrorum. This is not a wise move. I have always maintained that placing all our hopes in a single source of power... I apologize if this comes... If we really made it there one day, what would we find? And how would we go about taming the unknown? My imagination is...
Schachbretter. Nu muss wieder zurück, oder wie?
This is for you. I heard you're gonna leave the city with your parents.
Lindis, did you hear about what happened?
I've heard nothing. Rerir got back very late last Friday, and he was acting a little unusual, but he slept pretty well, so... You never saw him, and I don't know what he did. And this conversation never happened.
What if he finds out that you pried into his
Don't be silly.
Are you scared of him?
I don't know. The Rerir I know doesn't match the person you all describe. Logically, I should be scared of him. And yet, I don't want to lose him. But enough about that. You should get going, and be careful with the package I gave you. Keep it secret.
What's in it?
A piece of the moon. All you need to know is that as long as you keep it safe, then in the future, everyone will be able to see a red moon.
A red moon? You mean...
That's right. Our moon.
I promise, Lindis.
The Crimson Moon bloodline will never die out. Its light, the color of blood, will become like a fire that flows in our veins, no matter how long it takes.
No matter how long it takes. A ver. Ik heb het verschillend. Okay, be back. So.
Hurry, everyone, and stick to the plan.
Sir Dainsleif, what are you? Is this treason? You know what happens to those who betray the throne. Please, don't do this!
It is the king himself who has betrayed the throne. He has betrayed all of Conria.
If you have any love left for justice in your heart, you should join me.
It's showtime. Dane and his group will handle the troops in the palace. Then Hraptatir and Rheindotter will disarm the security measures. My job is to enter the prison and rescue Vedifalnir. Stay safe. Wish me luck.
Look after my brother. Draw your blade. It is time for justice to prevail.
Nicht mal Fehler. Nein.
This place is filthy. And the smell is abominable. Clearly the king found you. Hello, Mr. Vedafilnir. Surprised? Oh, wait. I guess surprise.
I certainly felt some surprise in the moment when I was blinded. Surprise at the king's sheer ignorance. Surprise at just how unfairly this world responds to words of earn.
I'm curious. What did you prophesize this time?
It wasn't a prophecy. It was a word of warning. Someone had to say it. The king has forsaken all reason in pursuit of his obsessions. I simply told him that if he continues on this path, Khaenri'ah will surely fall.
But he didn't listen. Worse still, he stabbed you in both eyes and locked you away. Dane asked for my help. The court is in complete chaos now, but I'm sure you predicted that.
Everything is transpiring as I foresaw. Yet I am powerless to change it. Fate is an immutable force. I can but lament as the inevitable unfolds. I do wonder whether giving a man the power to see the...
Forgive my curtness, but if you can't have wisdom beyond... There are things the king does not want to see. So, he doesn't want you having visions of them either. He blinded you because he thought this would make the visions stop.
He wasn't entirely wrong. I did indeed lose my power to see the future. Right up until...
Until what?
Just now. I believe I saw something new.
Well, tonight could go a lot of different ways. 5 of us banded together to storm the palace, also we could rescue you. This will go down as the most tumultuous day in Khaenri'ah history.
I sense hatred in you. But also hope that this is not the end. It is the beginning of a new chapter, in a whole new story. There are many men of honor and courage in this world, Rerir. But you are not one of them. You're not here for justice. Is that a dagger? Interesting. Why not the polearm?
With your abilities, I don't doubt that you were able to recover some of your sight. But I also doubt that you want to make an enemy of me right now.
Of course not. We're on the same side, aren't we? You mean your future? With your beloved?
Yes. I can't abandon the one I love to save myself.
In matters of fate, answers are either right or wrong. What will be, and what will not. That is the cruelest thing about fate.
That can't be true. I know it's your voice that I keep hearing in my head, urging me to see how the world... You show me disaster, but you won't show me how to avoid it? Why?
My voice. It turns out that we are not so different, you and I.
Vedafilnir just broke into the strangest smile I've ever seen.
Very well then. My advice to you is as follows. You must persevere. Whatever trials and tribulations, for as long as you live, your story with Thelindis shall not come to an end. That is the only chance you have. It is up to you.
I will hold you.
Thank you for setting me free.
Just then, a strange wave of energy rippled through the city.
If I were you, I would head to the
Universitas?
I'm sure we'll be seeing each other again.
Whatever Vedifalnir said, I didn't catch it. I didn't even help him out of the prison.
Okay. Die Schatzkiste kann natürlich... Nummer? Ja.
Monsters? Is this Rhine-daughter's doing? Or the Universitas Magistrorum? Out of my way!
The Universitas. That reminds me of allegedly the kings, but if they were ever gonna act...
Help! Help!
Hold on! Don't let them anywhere near you!
Save me! I can't! Ah!
That sounded like an explosion. So, the rumor is true? What other means? And given it's a major center of abyss research, anyone...
This is order.
Scatter! Spring forth! Ha!
Everlasting as the moon! Overruled!
Order guide you. Solidify!
Seek within.
Propagate!
Lane. Laid bare. This is where you fall.
Hi!
A moonlit night for all.
I will have order. Gather!
Scatter! Flow. Germinate!
Stabilize!
monsters at the Universitas Magistrorum. Why now?
Please.
Oh no, they're coming. It's no use. The table won't hold out much longer. The weapons. Where are the weapons? Of course. All the lab equipment was upgraded after the inspection last week, but the new weapons haven't been allocated yet. I'm done for. Is anyone there? Ah! Stay back! Please stay back! Reverie. So the rumors about your work are true.
What? No! Listen, something happened at the palace tonight. We have to leave!
You don't need to lie to me anymore.
What do you mean?
I know why you're worried, and I will respect the decision you've made. But it's okay, because I found a solution. I know how to end all this. You can have it back. The normal life you so desire. But until then, I'm afraid our wedding will have to wait.
Felindis? No, don't do it! Felindis! Felindis!
I told you, Reverie. Let her go. You will find someone better.
No! No, I won't do it! I have to save her!
By what means exactly? A lowly pawn. You lack the power and the strength of will.
Do you know why? Tell me!
Come to the palace. Join us.
Reverie, thank goodness we...
Step forth and take your share.
You made it.
Not you too.
Hatred or grief, despair, desire. We all have our
Reverie. Reverie.
Felindis?
Were you daydreaming? You still remember, Reverie? That question you asked me a couple of weeks ago?
Oh. You mean the proposal?
Yeah. I'm wondering, where do you think would be a good place to discuss it? Maybe in the garden? Or were you thinking a fancy restaurant?
It's your choice. Find you. And then, you can give me your answer.
Okay. Das war's wieder mal komplett.
So that's how the Raker of Solnari was born. A monster created by circumstance is a monster all the same. Viewing other people's thoughts for too long can get uncomfortable. Right now, in a nutshell, the story of Conria is what happens when the truth falls by the wayside. Everyone tells little white lies, and before long, you have a huge pack of lies that destroys everything. Phew. Time to get back. His past is filled with sorrow, but the tale of any fallen civilization is... Everyone, I'm back.
Never! She's fine. Boss is a...
Yes, I'm fine. You will have seen the events of Rerir's life through my thoughts. It's now clear that he is just a regular nobody, driven by personal tragedy, as he said himself.
I mostly agree. There's only so much we can know about him from his memories alone, but they did give us a clear glimpse into his life in Conria. However, I would not consider Rerir to be a nobody. He was deeply involved in the events of that era. Yet, when the catastrophe of a generation strikes, nobody is safe.
Sounds to me like you're speaking in riddles again. Is this you urging me not to abandon the people of Nodcry in their hour of need?
That's not what I meant. Although I do hope you choose to remain a part of the plan.
Then try to remember that I respond better to the carrot than the stick. And I don't appreciate being bossed around. Now, as for you, Missy, you were excellent. You stuck to the rules of the ceremony and kept your mouth shut the
Cool! So, can you fill...
Patience. You'll hear the whole story, don't you worry. But let's meet up with the others first. Yehoda?
Yes, boss! Let me get that...
That's more like it.
Forgive my curiosity.
It says I gotta do the annoying stuff that boss is too lazy to do for herself. Like opening the door, pouring the tea, yada yada.
Is that right?
If something is in the contract, it's because she willingly agreed to it. Rest assured that the Curatorium abides by the very strictest of labor policies. You don't seriously think I'm cruel enough to treat her like my slave?
Yeah.
I'm cruel enough to treat her like my slave. I'm back.
She's fine. Boss is a...
Yes, I'm fine. You will have seen the events of Rerir's life through my thoughts. It's now clear that he is just a regular nobody, driven by personal tragedy, as he said himself.
I mostly agree. There's only so much we can know about him from his memories alone. They did give us a clear glimpse into his life in Conria. However, I would not consider Rerir to be a nobody. He was deeply involved in the events of that era. Yet, when the catastrophe of a generation strikes, nobody is safe.
Sounds to me like you're speaking in riddles again. Is this you urging me not to abandon the people of Nodcry in their hour of need?
That's not what I meant.
In any case, I've hardly shied away from my share of the work today. Hope I don't catch Flintz and Varka lounging about in their chairs, enjoying a leisurely cup of tea. There's nothing I dislike more than other people enjoying themselves while I'm hard at work. Oh no.
Ja.
Sorry to disturb you, but we seem to have run into some trouble.
Evidently so. Don't worry, I'm not about to leave you to fend for yourselves. I'm not that kind of boss. And it would go against the Curatorium's labor policy.
I'm sorry. What did you hear me say? I wasn't talking about labor policy.
Wait. How long have I been standing here?
Not long. You just appeared by the door a moment ago.
Ja, is een beetje...
Boss,
Sorry.
what's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost.
We've been tricked. We never left at all. Somehow I hallucinated that whole scene back inside the office.
Hallucinated? But how?
How indeed. This place should heed my will alone.
So you control everything in here?
More or less. But yes, it's a special technique of mine.
Has anything like this ever happened before?
Only once. It was the first time I used the chess set.
Is there any similarity between what happened then and what's happening now?
I suppose my thoughts are a little turbulent, which was also the case my first time.
Ich denke, dass du denkst. Oder so.
Is there anything I can do to help?
The first clause of your contract clearly states that I only need your help with things that I'm too lazy to do myself.
Meaning, you're not feeling lazy right now?
Meaning, this is not something Yehoda can help with. The chess set is a personal treasure that I alone understand. I must be the one to find our way out of here.
Boss, it's fine. Really. Let me do something useful.
Oh, listen to you. Whatever would I do without you, Yehoda?
What?
Yes, really. Where would...
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, I was thinking of fetching some... I suggest everyone finds someplace comfortable to take a rest. Even though all this chess malarkey doesn't exist in a physical... You don't want to dismiss mental fatigue just because it isn't...
Don't I have the best...
If we can find a suitable time, I'd...
Oh, Lauma. Have I ever told you just how pretty you are? Beauty runs from the tips of your antlers to the depths of your imagination. Time to rally, everyone. Follow me. As we continue our journey, the same rules will apply. That means stay focused and no talking, no matter what we... You have my word that I will get us all out of here.
Ah ja. Mondlose Nacht. Hä? Mondlose Nacht. Mondlose Nacht. Okay. Okay. Das war's wieder mal komplett.
Hey there, I'm Aoife, a Sorrow vet from the Flower Feather Clan. You've probably heard some things about me already, but it's all good. Whatever impression you have of me, I say let's wipe the slate clean and just get to know each other. Oh yeah, then there's this little dude. That's Kikuku, my assistant. Sorrow vet in a different sense of the word, I guess. I hope the two of you will get along.
Nice to meet you, bro.
Ja, das war's wieder mal komplett. Mache ich einen Random-Zug, bekomme ich IFA, den ich ja eigentlich schon seit Release wollte. Aber ey, einen geschenkten Gaul guckt man nicht ins Maul oder so. Nice to meet you. Ach, IFA. Oh, ja, der hat einen Katalysator. I see. Ach ja. No way, Pro. Dann, ach ja. Ich habe keine Fehler. Elementarkunde, Aufladerate ist okay. Aufladerate. Verteidigung. LP. EM. Verteidigung. Angriff. Orchester. Und da. Kann so Tragservice ist nur Elementarkunde. Das ist Schaden. Na dann. Sind wir gerade irgendwie ins Maru oder so gelandet?
This place looks familiar. That's not a good sign.
Ja, yep.
I wasn't expecting visitors at this hour. Wait, is that?
Oh, it's him.
There you are. Sinue's been looking for you all day. I think he has some news for you.
Oh yeah? What were you doing just now, Uncle Retinue? Hiding away some more loose change? I know I saw some Mora.
What do you mean loose change? Oh, come on, I'm too old for this. Just pretend you saw nothing.
Okay. Ja, das ist eindeutig Samara. Das ist eindeutig Sumaru. Wobei hätte man eigentlich mit Schmuck und so Dinge können. Wait a moment. I must pause it. Ja, Sumaru. Das war mal klar. Also wird es wahrscheinlich die Layla und so auch kennen.
Hey, kid. Mind telling me what Sinuhe's been up to recently? I'm trying to get in his good books and I need a way in.
Get in his good books? Why? What do you want with my dad, Uncle Apepi?
I've written a new song. I was hoping to showcase it at the next festival, but...
A new song, huh? I'd love to stay and listen, but unfortunately, Uncle Retinue...
Well, there's plenty of time and I'm not going anywhere. See that pile of stones? I'll be sitting there warming up my vocal cords.
Pile of stones. Got it.
Pile of stones. Jo, das ist ein Gehirn von Sumaru. Ja, hab ich schon fast gedacht.
Hi, Dad. Uncle Retinue said you were looking for me.
Ah, there's my little princess. If you'd gotten back just a little sooner, you could have shared the spoils of war with me.
Spoils of war? Who were you fighting against, Dad?
It was just a figure of speech. The aftermath of a sandstorm is no time to be waging war. I was talking about our war against thirst. I went out to fix our water supply problem, and now I'm back. Which means...
We have a well again.
That's right. I found a new one and brought back...
If it wasn't for these blasted sandstorms, our wells wouldn't be caving.
As the chief of our tribe, I'm supposed to be leading us out. You know how prosperous our ancestors were. But things are looking up. I started working with some folks from the academia a few months back. They gave...
So you're the academia's helper now?
Special ambassador, they call it. It's nothing bad, okay? We've been isolated here in the desert for too long. Seeking opportunities elsewhere is the best.
So, do you get anything good out of being...
Of course. My...
Moment einmal. Moment einmal. Wow. Danke für gar nichts. Gar nichts. Geheimnisse. Modus. Das Tor ist zwischen Schlangen und Skorpion. Okay.
That's our well, and you know it. You stole from us. Well,
Did you really think you could take our water without permission and get away with it? You're either brave, stupid, or both.
And that special ambassador act? Yeah, nice try. We spoke to the academia. They said it was all news to them.
You're a liar and a cheat!
I heard Yehuda gasp. Corpses strewn across the ground. The wounds are clearly from scimitars and daggers. The desert dwellers' weapons of choice. There's a handwritten note on the ground. Let's see what it says.
Halil, this is Sinuhe, chief of the Shimti tribe. Surely you're... This is my second... I'm writing to you because I... Praise the God. You told me to write. I urgently need... This is an emergency. Please send help.
Looks like this letter never got sent. The writer died a grisly death, and the letter was trampled into the... What a ridiculous lie the surviving Shimti tell. Their whole village was butchered over...
Time for justice.
Ah, officer. Welcome. Welcome to our humble village.
I thought you would at least have the courtesy to provide some respectable light.
This is the finest wine Aro village has to offer. I promise.
The Academia has agreed to reserve a single space for a candidate from your village. But I remain skeptical of this entire endeavor. I highly doubt anyone in this desert possesses serious academic potential.
Please, have faith. If not in us, then in our God. The child we found shows great promise. I beg you, take her away from this place. Give her a chance. Don't let her talent go to waste.
I don't recognize her.
She showed up here a few days ago, and we took her in. She's a really bright kid. Please help. I'm begging you.
So, Where are you from?
Nowhere special. Just a sand dune.
What about the rest of your family?
Just the one. Correct.
So, no brothers, no sisters, no mother or father?
Any who have slept on a bed of sand, I call my brothers and my sisters. Apart from that, I have no family.
All right. Get over here. Sign your name on the form.
Never.
Never? You're rather fair-skinned for a desert dweller.
Das Dweller. Also ist Dweller wirklich Bewohner? Ja, ich meine, das war Villager. Egal. Ist Ansichtszweifel, würde ich sagen. Never. Oh, die Akademie. Alright then.
Nefer, this term's assignments have been issued already. Please read through the materials thoroughly, conduct your own additional research, and then write an essay on the topic.
Yes, Professor, I'm aware. I just had a couple more questions I wanted to get your perspective on.
Oh? Please, ask away.
Well, I saw the other students' problem sheets, and I couldn't help but notice that my assignment is much easier than theirs. Do you really think I'm a weak student?
A weak student? Goodness, no. Quite the opposite. You have a sharp mind. Almost too sharp.
I think what you're saying is, a weak student wouldn't have noticed the discrepancy.
You see, sharp as they come. You see things the way they are, and I'm sure you know why they're like that.
Because of where I come from. Because I'm different.
I'm sorry, Nefer. I don't like it any more than you do. It's just... Anyway, you said you had a couple of questions? What's the other one?
I wanted to check... If someone sent me a letter to the academia, where do I go to collect it?
Ah, your family wrote to you. Well, as long as they put your...
Not exactly. It's not even a recent letter. I was just curious where the mail would end up if no one collects it.
The House of Dana, I expect. I know there's a box for unclaimed mail somewhere in there, probably sitting on a shelf. Whatever you're looking for, that'd be the place to start.
Okay, got it. Thank you, Professor.
Oh, don't mention it. Honestly, I feel like I failed you. I'm supposed to be your teacher, but I haven't taught you...
Hey, don't say that. You're a great teacher, and you do your best for all your students. But the rules are the rules. You're not allowed to teach students like me. It's not just the academia, either. The whole world bends over backwards for the...
Oh, my dear child. Don't tell me you've given up on life already.
I haven't. I just think that if you want to make it in this world... This must be it. Let's take a look.
Aha.
A dilapidation survey from Port Ormos. Looks like it's from a core of 30. This one was never even opened. I guess the recipient didn't care what the core of 30 had to say about anything. who was it addressed to? I don't recognize the name, but it must have... This one is addressed to the Immorta Sage. The title is Changes Observed in Satyavada Life Symptoms. Why do all these letters read like full-blown dissertations? Guided by the incense, we became lost somewhere in the forest. All the barriers between levels of consciousness disappeared as our minds soared around in circles, looking for a branch to seek refuge on. In clinical terms, these symptoms fit the description of incense. For example, my neighbor who always breaks... This seems like something the academia would want to know about. Why wasn't it collected? Wait, what's this written on the back? The note says, the sender authored this letter while under the influence of mushrooms. I would send it back, but no return address was
Tinahi.
This next one is addressed to Grand Sage Azar. A few words of protest regarding recent changes in Sumeru's educational policy. In recent years, the academia has taken on a small number of students from the desert region. However, it appears to me that these students have not, in fact, been provided, as well as receiving dumbed-down assignments, and education is the fundamental purpose of As Grand Sage, policy decisions are your... I do hope you will give some serious attention to this matter. Great letter. Shame it didn't get to where it needed to go. And the sender is...
House?
I didn't realize anyone else even knew how bad students... So this is where letters from the Sage of Spontamod end up? Nice one, Grand... Whatever. This isn't what I came here for. I'm not exactly... I can't believe... I don't believe for... Wait. Could the...
Greetings, Halil. My name is Sinuhe, chief of the Shimti tribe. I was the one who came to you and your colleague Zaid when you ran into trouble in the Great Red Sand. I don't know how well you remember it now, but I brought you to safety and gave you some water and other supplies. You seemed very pleased and told me your name. In my tribe, learning a person's true name is serious business. The Shimti tribe lives a harsh, nomadic existence in the desert. This brings me to my reason for writing. Our tribe has fallen on particular... There was a terrible sandstorm a few days ago. The Eob and Unut. I found a well belonging to the Eob tribe. When we met, you assured me that you would be my ally in the academia. I would like to take you up on that offer, because I really need your help. That aside, we have next to no resources here in the desert.
From the outset, the academia never took you seriously. And you were so... You swore you'd lead us to a better place one day. You liar. And who fell for it? Just me, by the looks of it. I think I'll take over from here.
Ah ja. Kann ich? Oh.
I just came to say goodbye. Thanks for everything you've done for me in my time here.
Aber ja.
Nefer? You packed your bags. Where are you going?
I'm quitting. Something's come up in my hometown. Gonna head back and deal with it.
Huh? But this was a hard-won opportunity for you. You know that better than I do.
It was. But it doesn't matter. I have more important things to deal with, and they can't wait. Oh, and I didn't want to overfill my bags, so I left some incense on your desk. What's wrong? I thought you liked incense. Although, I did read somewhere in the House of Dana that it has hallucinogenic effects. Don't use it all at once, alright?
Isn't this the stuff you brought from your hometown? You're just letting me have it? But you said it's a rare and valuable commodity.
Yeah, about that. I lied.
Yep.
It's not rare at all. There's this bunch of ruins near my hometown that are practically overgrown with this plant. It's not worth much. Keep it. It's fine.
But never.
All right. That's all from me. You take care.
Don't forget me, okay? I mean, we're more than just classmates, right? We're friends.
Yeah. I'll remember you. I lied again. That incense is worth a fortune, and it's a rare find, and as for remembering, I'll be lucky if I even make it through this alive.
Ah ja. Also die waren mir gute Freunde und ja. Talking Flower. Awesome. Ah ja. What the fuck is that? Sprechende Blue. Hoe is dat eigenlijk een mooie historie? Dat is van morgen. Ja, ich kann Kaktusfrüchte sammeln. Kann ich jetzt skippen.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Arif.
So, what does the Academia want? Since they've sent their special ambassador,
Please, sir, lower your blade. You're lucky I'm the one they sent. Not all special ambassadors share my admiration for the ever-shifting balance of power in the desert reduced the once great civilizations of this region to rubble and sand. But the story of the Eab has a very different trajectory.
Huh. So, you do know who you're dealing with?
This well is the perfect symbol of your strength, is it not? It used to belong to the Unut, but it looks like you have control over it now.
You're not wrong. But I'm sure you didn't come all this way just to flatter us.
Of course not. I came to bring you some very good news. Some information that recently came to light, which might just be your ticket to freedom. Records uncovered by the Vahumana Darshan show that a certain well currently under Eab control is built on top of some ancient ruins. These ruins are of great archaeological interest to the Academia. I checked the map carefully on my way over here, and I'm confident that this is the well in question. The Academia is offering 50 million mora in return for excavation rights.
50 million? No, wait. If these ruins are as important as you say, 50 million's a little low.
Don't get greedy, Eab. We know far more than you think. We know that you seized this well by force.
So what if it was?
Don't worry. As unscrupulous as it was, it's something we're willing to overlook. The Academia is only interested in dealing with the de facto power holders in the region. I hope I am making myself clear.
And I hope your words are the truth. If I find out the Academia is trying to play me, I'll hunt down every one of your people and make you watch as...
I assure you, Chief, that would not be in your long-term interests. You don't want to make an enemy of the Academia. You see how I'm dressed, don't you? I appreciate that you've never been to the rainforest, but surely even you recognize an ambassador's attire when you see it. And what does a barbarian like you have to lose anyway? You really think the Sumeru Academia would bother to come all this way just to lie to you? We have more important things to worry about.
All right, I take your point. The Academia is the highest authority in the land. I'm sure you're trustworthy people. In that case, we have a deal. We will sell you the excavation rights. I'd like to thank you, Ambassador. This is good news indeed. Excellent news. In fact, it calls for a celebration. Would you do us the honor of staying a while and enjoying some Eab hospitality?
Gladly. I am partial to wine myself, and I trust you are as well. So let's indulge in a few drinks together. In celebration.
Hiya!
Chief! Chief, it's an emergency! It's the Unut. They've taken the well.
What? Well, don't just stand there. Take it back.
Yes, Chief.
I have every confidence in the Eab's military superiority, and yet...
Well, what is it?
The Unut's response was alarmingly fast. The day after we reach a deal, they seize the well. This can't be a coincidence.
I
am obliged to remind...
No! Please, Ambassador, just give me some time. I swear the Unut will not get away with this. That well is ours. And...
Glad to hear it. I will wait here for an update.
If there is a traitor, I will find them. In the meantime, make yourself at home. I'll report back.
Much obliged. Wow. All it took was a few words and I've got him wrapped around my finger.
So, in summary, Ambassador, the Academia would rather negotiate with our tribe instead of the Eab, yes?
The Eab are ruthless murderers who don't listen to reason. And now they have the gall to interfere in our research projects in the... So let me ask you, Chief. If you were the Academia...
Kill them all. Of course.
Precisely. The Academia does not tolerate those who stand in our way. At the same time...
We have our own rules out here. If the
Right. We can't confront them ourselves, but we can support their enemies. Natural allies. Weren't the Eab your allies once? You were quick to send them after us to protect... Let me be clear. The Academia wishes to collaborate with...
Say no more. I believe we have an understanding.
Good. Then I suggest... You see, Dad?
I wanna go to bed. Crow.
Look at yourselves. You may be vile, savage the monsters who destroyed my home. They're just ordinary, petty human. I think we're even now. Maybe I've even done the desert a favor. Oh, Sinuhe, my gullible fool of a father. Perhaps if you'd been as ruthless as I was today, our tribespeople would still be alive. But you couldn't do what had to be done.
Nefer, it's okay.
I believe I remember you.
Yeah, but...
Yehuda, is there anything you can do to ease the tension?
Alright, time for a sharp turn onto a completely different topic. So, anyway, that's enough of that. Feels like we've been walking forever. I'm getting pretty tired. Oh, how much?
Yes, if we...
It's not far now. There should be a temple just up ahead. Yes.
Really? A temple? I guess that's how things go in the desert.
Desert dwellers can never escape their destiny. Or...
You mentioned a temple.
My biggest trades...
Ah.
I didn't know you were clued up on any other religions.
I'm no expert in the history of Sumeru.
Sounds impressive.
Ah, I know who you mean. General Mahamatra Sino, the spirit of Hermit.
That's Boss Neff for ya. She knows everything.
Sino's hardly a figure of obscurity, but I know about Sethos too.
What about him? Is he a big...
Well, he's not a small deal, let's put it that way. Please, this is the bare bone. Thanks for your patience, everyone. I'm sure it's been a lot to...
Ach, was du nicht sagst. I'm fucking tired.
Can't hide the truth.
Uh-oh. I'm totally out of my depth here. I don't have anything to add about I want to do the whole name.
A statue with the head of a bird.
That's Thoth, the Ibis King. One of the 7 pillars of King Deshret. Let's take a look.
Ich glaube, die ist ein bisschen nach ihr, oder?
It's just Ashru.
So, all is well?
Typically speaking, at this point, the world disintegrates. Then we find ourselves back in the outside world. Besides, these are my memories. There's nothing to fear.
You're sure?
Of course. It's almost over.
too much is always a death sentence.
Speak for yourself.
Könnte das sein, oder her?
How repulsive.
I'm finished.
Timed that pretty well, didn't I? It's okay. I'm just glad no one was hurt.
Paimon noticed you doing something too, Dainsleif. Were you helping get them out?
Of course. When I asked Nefer to conduct this investigation, I was not naive to the dangers involved. I had a duty to ensure your safety.
Good to know your sense of justice is still intact after all these years.
I take that to mean that you saw the truth. That comes as a great relief.
I certainly did. And thanks to your help, I also managed to trap Rerir inside the chess set.
Whoa, really? How'd you manage?
Well, to be honest, I sensed that something was wrong long before we made it to the temple. By using this fragment to probe into Rerir's past, well, the monster formerly known as Rerir, it seems I alerted him. I was tracking him, then he caught on and started tracking me too. Can't say I'm surprised.
But how did he track you through your thoughts alone? That...
Rerir was a secret agent who reported directly to the Vinster King. He is an expert at finding a trail and hunting down his pursuers.
No wonder.
He infiltrated the chess set, read my thoughts, and built a new virtual chess set inside of it. That's why we weren't able to leave at first.
Speaking of your chess set, it's quite a remarkable item. Would I be right in thinking you have some connection to King Deshret?
You overestimate me. I only have a connection with one of his underlings, the Ibis King. You all saw how this came to be. A long time ago, the Eab massacred my tribe, the Shimti, in our home village. A few years later, I enrolled in the academia, where some new information came to light. The Unut and the Eab fought a bitter battle over the rights to a well, all for the sake of a non-existent 50 million mora. The Eab ultimately won that confrontation, but their victory came at the cost of almost every warrior in the tribe. The final blow to the Eab came at the victory feast, when an Unut assassin beheaded their chief right before my eyes. The remaining Eab fled, and have been scattered to the winds ever since. Having gotten my revenge, I returned to my hometown, where to my surprise, the nearby temple was still standing. There it was, seemingly immune to... As I stood there gazing at the temple, I noticed a cat just outside. This cat, as it turned out, was home to the spirit of the Ibis King. This chess set is my gift from the Ibis King. The chessboard within is made to the same specifications as the one in the mausoleum of King Deshra. With this chessboard in its container, I gained a certain ability to perceive hidden secrets. Every god plays favorites. Their hearts are as fickle as any human's, full of secrets, perversions, egotistical tendencies. But precious few gods are willing to admit this.
It is the same with all powerful forces, including fate itself. Their gaze falls preferentially upon a select few.
If you're alluding to the Abyss, then yes, I agree. Gather the others. It's time to share everything I've learned. Thank you all for being here. As promised, I did some further investigating into the Raker of Solnari's background. I am pleased to report that the investigation has been most fruitful. The Raker of Solnari, real name Rerir, was once a Conrian subject who served the Vinster King. I will now share the important details.
Stiamo aqui nada ou não te desconectou. Blah 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 blah.
So that's why he's so obsessed with the moon.
A tragic tale, to be sure. But it does not excuse his many transgressions. No matter how much Rerir suffered in the past, the fact remains that he is what we know today as the Wild Hunt. He becomes more dangerous with each passing day. If left unchecked, it is simply a matter of time before all of Tevat suffers the consequences.
A question for Miss Columbina. Forgive me if this is presumptuous, but have you ever seen the spatial gateway that appeared in Rerir's memory?
Never. But I have heard stories of something called the Moon Gate, and this seems to fit the description.
Miss Lama, any thoughts on this?
In the lore of the Frost Moon Scions, the term Moon Gate is one I have heard before. But
Then back to Miss Columbina. As a moon goddess yourself, do you have some idea of where the Moon Gate leads to?
Not at this stage, sorry. I do hold the power of the Frost Moon, and my strength is recovering well. I can sense that the gate would open at my command, but...
But there's more to the power of the Frost Moon than that?
Yes. A moon goddess has the right to open the Moon Gate, since it is a path to the moon. But as never mentioned, holding open a spatial gateway takes a huge amount of power, and right now, I need to conserve my energy to fight the Raker of Solnari.
I agree. Better to save your strength. But if you'll humor me for a moment, I have a bold conjecture of my own regarding the world beyond the gateway. I highly suspect that neither Tholindis nor Rerir made it through unscathed. The evidence pointing to this is the fact that the Raker of Solnari exists in the form of countless fragments. With the abyssal power he wields, no ordinary foe can touch him, let alone tear him to shreds. And yet, the Wild Hunt proliferates wherever his scattered fragments lie.
So your theory is that Rerir was physically torn to shreds by some powerful force? Hence, why the Wild Hunt is a distributor.
Makes sense to me. Explains why the Wild Hunt is so pervasive, and why he's been trying to piece himself back together. He was told to be...
Without the power of the Abyss on his side, he almost certainly would have perished the moment he was torn apart.
I could not agree more. The power of the Abyss is most surely a curse.
It is a compelling explanation. This raises some interesting questions. That being said...
My pleasure, Mr. Albedo. I too hope that the information I have shared today proves useful as we look to formulate the next...
Hey! What is it, Dainsleif? You look really upset!
It's just... When I think of the man I once knew as Rerir,
The two of you used to be friends, didn't you? I don't know if these words will bring any comfort, but my heart goes out to you.
Mine too. We could never know all the hows and whys of the way things are.
Those are the first comforting words I've heard in a long time. Thank you, both.
Well, I think this is a good place to end today's...
That's very thoughtful of you.
Of course.
Sounds good to me. Take some time to rest and digest before we...
Ja, es ist fucking art. I'm tired.
Hey.
Why not?
If it's all this... Anyway, firstly, it's only a matter... Felt like some cut.
Today?
That remains to be... Right? Great. All right. We figured we'd bounce the idea off you.
Oh, time is...
All right. We felt a...
Roping us in?
I choose my...
Sir Varka, I have a few thoughts about this plan.
I'm all ears.
I think we can be more flexible with how the roles are allocated. In my view, the most sensible lineup would be like this.
I see your point, yeah. To be clear,
I want to do everything within my power. The Rahier of Solnari is a truly fearsome opponent, and if I do my part, it'll greatly reduce the risk for everyone else involved.
Well, as in, of course...
Thank you, Sir Varka.
I should be the one thinking...
Sir Varka. Alrighty. Finally. Das war eine sehr lange Story. Es war eine Stunde, fast eine Stunde 20 pro Auftrag. Wird noch mal besser.
Let the wind lead.
Moment mal. Ja, mit der Waffe wird das nix. Venti braucht ein Zeug. Venti. Sorry, schau. Mit dir spiele ich momentan. Ich habe weniger. Na. danke fürs Zusehen. Oh, Info, genau. Ja, danke fürs Zusehen.